Good morning. How are you? Let me see if I can get that a little bit sharper. I hate that, don't you? Okay, well, there it is. Here we are. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. And we're here again for a quick 10 minutes. We're only here for 10 minutes, so stop your scroll and join me, okay? 10 minutes. We're here to do 101 ways to make money in real estate, where every Friday we unpack two means of promoting or generating business for your real estate business, okay? We're talking about 101 ways to make money in real estate. You have to sometimes think outside the box. Sometimes the standard stuff isn't going to work for you, and you got to start thinking outside the box. You've got to start layering up some things, but start with a foundation that's going to be consistent and maintain your foundation. I teach that in the six-figure system. So absolutely start there, but then you're layering up 101 ways to make money with real estate. Let's think outside the box. Number 44 is radio campaigns, okay? See if you can be a guest on a talk show host, okay? There are lots of opportunities out there where you can get market exposure for your brand. And I've got a little example here. Let me pull it up 1 minute here of an agent that has done, an interview, right? I'm going to share screen real quick and show you a little something. Okay, so here's, for example, this was an interview that was done in Nebraska with Kim with KZ Realty. Okay, and she's in this group. Okay, so if you want to reach out and post something and ask her how this came about, that would be interesting, right? But this is, just a little quick interview, a television interview, and she's given some statistics about the market, but she's gotten some great exposure with this kind of content, okay? All right, so don't be afraid to reach out and create different means of exposing your business. Radio campaigns, like I said, I did a radio campaign years ago where I interviewed, as a co-host, and absolutely, if you do something like that consistently, you're going to become a household name. Now you got to really love what you're doing, don't you, to do something like that. To me, I wasn't really comfortable. I'm an introvert, but I got through it because I was asked to do it by my boss at the time. Not my broker, my boss. It was done for a mortgage. I was a mortgage broker for a lot of years as well. Okay. So number 44 is radio campaigns. Reach out and see if you can't be a talk show host and jump on somebody's podcast, whatever you need to do to get your brand out there, right? That's what this is all about, getting your brand out there. Oh, that's misspelled. I hate that, don't you? Let me fix that. Create and hand out a personal brochure. Okay. I'll be honest with you. I've never really done a personal brochure. It isn't anything I've ever had to use in my marketing, but absolutely, I could see if this is something that you're comfortable with, if you had a little packet of brochures kind of on hand with you, instead of passing out a card, or if you're going to be, going out door knocking or going through the grocery stores and meeting people, whatever your thing is, for handing out your personal brand, I do think that a brochure is absolutely the way to go. It gives absolutely more opportunities to create a call to action outside of just a business card. Okay. These are some things you can think about putting in, like if you had children and, maybe you were volunteering at the school and you had an opportunity to stuff bags, a personal brochure would be absolutely something you could used to stuff, for goodie bags and that kind of stuff. Okay. So if you've never thought about that, maybe that's something you could jump onto Canva and create for yourself. I wouldn't put a whole lot of money into it. Print materials, are just a kind of a little bit of a little thing to give out there. Don't invest a lot of money into it. I don't know that they're being used per se this much anymore. But absolutely, you can, for personal brochures, you can leave them at open houses. You can pass them out at open houses. Just kind of spitballing and thinking outside the box here. I know this isn't a personal brochure, but back in the day, we had a specific card. It was bigger than a business card. It was like maybe a 4x6 card. It was a thank you for allowing us to show your home card that we left, and don't put any branding. I don't even think we put our phone number or our contact information on it, but it had our logo on it and it had our picture on it. And it was the thank you for allowing us to show your home. I'll be providing feedback to your agent. That was it. It was my picture. So it was a showing card is what we called it, Now, we purposely didn't put our contact information on there because we didn't want to interfere with the relationship, but we wanted to leave our information. We wanted to stand out, okay, above everyone who was just leaving a business card. And this was, like I said, this is probably a 4x6 or something. It was like larger than even a postcard, okay? And we got a lot of callbacks on that. If they've got your company name and your logo and your picture, they can jump on the internet and find you pretty well. So that card actually worked out well in a time when the market, had a gluttony of homes on the market and a lot of listings were expiring. Today listings don't even expire anymore. Okay. All right. So there's some ideas of some things that you can do, but understand that, yes, there's 101 ways to make money in real estate, and you don't have to just sit there and do nothing. That's the mistake. All right. Don't sit there and do nothing in your business, even when the market is slow. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where, if you don't have the money to put behind a Facebook targeted ad campaign, for example, right, then you've got to think outside the box and bootstrap some of this exposure for your business. And that's what it boils down to, is exposure for your business. Now, I was up at 2:00 in the morning just because I was wide awake, and I created a new ad. I launched a new campaign, shut down the old one, launch a new one. And that's the extent of what I need to do for my business to expose my business, because I keep a consistent Facebook ad funnel and I do it a very specific way. And if you've got, people doing that for you, I'm going to encourage you to really dig in and understand what they are proposing and what they're doing for you, and overlook everything that they do. Even if you don't understand it, if you've got somebody running Facebook ads for you, make sure that you get in your ad manager and inspect and overlook everything that they've created and that you understand it. Okay? That's vital, or you're just going to be blowing money out the window. I promise. Okay? All right, so there's that for today. It's 13 minutes and 14 minutes and we're done. So I'm sorry I babbled a little bit longer today. I'll see you next Friday. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.